Wake up, sleepers. It's time for our 21st day on the eye. But before we can have our 21st day on the eye, we need to get some sleep. We're actually doing pretty good at the moment as far as energy and condition. Energy and condition are both good right now. And we still got a couple of turns before Fing is done. We still got a few turns before Ethan's Vendetta comes due. We'll just have to see what happens when those deadlines come up. We have many jobs we have to finish up. Many drives we have to finish, I suppose. Alright, so we still got all of our dice. Soon, probably the next cycle, we'll only have 4 dice. But look at all this. Talk about luck. Wish I had that kind of luck at the casino. We know what goes on here. We know what goes on here. Just sidereal bridge. We can help build that up. I don't know if that's in-game or what. I'm not going to worry about that one at the moment. So let's go see what else is going on. We're still waiting on Fing. Merchant freighters will not be in for another couple of cycles. It looks like 1 more cycle for the merchant freighter, 1 more cycle for the scrap, 2 more cycles for the scrap freighter. Ambergris, we need a ship mine. We have 2 ship mine scraps, so we just need some more. I don't know how we're going to make a ship mine. We need more ship mine scrap. How we're going to come across that, I have no idea. Overlook bar, we don't have any. We need to work on the distillery, and we can still work on bar shifts. So I don't know what good that's going to do us to finish up the distillery. There is where we can buy ore exchange. There's where we buy Sabine. Compressor core, we still have 5 cycles for that, it looks like. Ore fabricator. Sabine still investigating. We still need some stuff in the low end. We could work for Minji. Minji, we don't get anything for, I mean, we get money for working for Minji. If we help with the noodle manufacturing, we can get energy, but I don't think we get any. So we can do that if we run completely out of money, but we have dice, we could do that. Express deliveries, it's just a risky way of making money. Lim and Mina's unit, and the free spoke. I guess we could start working on this soon. We only have to get 6 of these, or 1, 2, 3, yeah, 6 of those to get up. And if we do good on there, if we enter the spoke, we get +2. This is a repeatable action, and this is a repeatable action. If we fail this, we lose condition. If we fail this, we lose energy. Energy is a lot easier to replace. That one's dangerous, this one's risky, but with our dice, we should be okay. Like if I used this 4 here, we would have 50% positive, 50% neutral. But we have 3 6s. We have to start on this sooner or later, I believe, to figure out what's at the top of the spoke. So we got +2 on spoke climber. Do we just want to go ahead and finish it off so we can see what happens when we get to the top of spoke climber? Because there's not really a whole lot else we can do at the moment, other than helping Lim and Lena and doing stuff in the cloud, which I don't even think we can do. And so here we got that. And now we have to leave and then come back. So the midline freight hub, a cinder car, and Paz import exporter. So let's see. So we have 3 new locations. We used up all of our dice pretty much. Now we still have an upgrade available. We only have 1 upgrade point. I want to save up for 2 so we can get instant karma. Midline freight hub. Here we get random items or we lose condition by stealing shipments. With so many shipments, what's 1 diverted package? You would have no idea what you're stealing, but that's part of the fun, right? So it looks like I can only do that 3 times, or I guess I can only do it 2 times, because if we do it the 3rd time, the midline security is going to find us. Or we can do a freight operator. Midline runs automated freight down from the free spoke. They need skilled operators, and you don't have to lift a single crate. If we get a positive 1 on that one, we get 16 cryo. Now I wonder if one of the things that we could possibly get would be a ship mine fragment. That is a good question, I believe. We also have the Ascender car. We could take the Ascender's car to the I Central Hub. I don't know if I want to go there just yet. And we have an importer-exporter. He sells a ship mine core completely for 300 credits, 300 cryo. Export Matsutake. Pez knows a spacer who'll take Matsutake out to Starward Belt, but only in bulk, 80 cryo for 3 batches. I don't even have any Matsutake, because we still need to save up to get... We need to have 150 cryo to go to the Greenway. So how are we going to save up that 150 cryo? We'll have to do shifts. So what's up here in the... Alright, we got a Yadigan agent, another Yadigan agent, Yatagan agent, Havenage agent, Havenage agent. Does anybody need this data? Fing is still doing his thing. Ambergris needs a ship mine. Sabine needs Yadigan data. Okay, so let's get another Yadigan agent. I believe we can do that with the data that we have, with the dice that we have. I know this is kind of a slow episode. Let's see. Alright, so we can use a 3 here, and that'll leave our 4 for something more important, IRL. Extract data. We don't have to worry about Hunter at the moment. So we got our perk Icebreaker, so we got 2. So we got 2 Yadigan data, which we might be able to do something with. So let's go back to Sabine. We didn't have to have that. Sabine, who was that? We already gave Sabine all the stuff that she needed. Extract Yadigan. Alright, so we got that. So what else can we do for Yadigan data? I think we can give it to Havenage. Let's see, Havenage is all the way down here. Bing's Bay, Havenage offices. They want Yadigan data. So if we do that, how much do we get for it? Wow, 10 cryo. It's hardly worth it. Certainly not going to sell them one of my ship mine fragments. That's for ding dong sure. Alright, so we got that. Got a long way to go to 150 credits though, don't we? Overlook bar. We can help build the still. Or we can do a bar shift. I thought that she was going to help us have a place to live. Maybe we will if we get completely done with the distillery. So that's a long quest. And then we know we need 100 for Sabine. We don't need 100 just yet. Port fabricator. We don't have any ship mine. We need a ship mine fragment. I don't know where in the heck we're gonna get one. Do we want to do a babysitting? Let's do a babysitting. We'll babysit Meanie for a night and see what happens. Alright, here we go. Neutral outcome. So we got +1 energy, and we got plus a ticket out. So that's all of our actions we have available for the day other than straight up buying something. We can't really buy anything except a ship mine core. We need the money to get to the Greenway. So how are we going to get all this money? I don't want to sell my ship mine cores. Can't sell the imprinted ship mine. Alright, what if we go up to this other place now? What do we do if we go up to the Ascender car? Ascend to the hub. What's at the hub? Okay, there's a couple more things at the hub. Ooh, look at this. All spokey and spiky. Well, not really. Just spins around. The Ascender car goes back. We have an AE1 mainframe, and we have the hub, this main station dock. So here we can do spacer socializing, which will give us towards Weightless Wanderer, whatever that is. We can access manifests. The stack bays house a flow of incoming and outgoing ships. The digital manifest will help you get your head around this place. I'm guessing if we fill this up, it'll unlock more places. There's just so much to this game. This game starts off small and gets big, which is what I like about places. The mainframe. Access mainframe. The AE1 mainframe is now mostly disused. Havenage having set up their own master controllers. Navigator thinks Killer hiding here. Put him in there. You slot Navigator and the clamps lock. The ship mind is stuck. How are you going to get them out of this thing? Continue. The cloud. You slip into the cloud as easy as blinking. Navigator is beside you, their sphere casting light into the strange darkness here. This is not how a mainframe should look. A center, a point of connection. The object in front of you is severed, cut off, a rootless, branchless tree. Only the trunk remains. Is Killer even here? Quiet, Navigator hisses, and then you see it, like a blade in the dark, an edge slicing through the void. It glides along at a distance and winks out. Then it appears again, elsewhere, gliding more, searching. It's looking for us. The moment you make a sound, the edge leaps closer, and you see now it is not an edge, but the ridge of a long, sharp head, like a shark. A data shark? Blinded Erasure Protocol is what its official name is. Just a little side note here, if you're interested in reading a book about a shark that exists only as ideas, read a book called The Raw Shark Text. Very trippy. Continue. It glides past, closer now, and you see into the voids where its eyes would be, should be. You and Navigator exchange looks, both thinking the same thing. It's blind. Killer crosses between you two, smooth as a razor, then disappears. It flickers back in, further away now, and you move close to Navigator to talk. You saw it too then. Killer has been blinded. We still need to be careful. Correct. The protocol is clearly operating outside established limits. It may be unpredictable. You flinch as the silent killer appears closer and glides past you, its empty sockets open wide. You turn to Navigator and notice something strange. Their orrery of spheres is collapsing. The orbits, usually round and even, are decaying. The spheres are following spiral paths, condensing on a central point. Navigator is noticing it too. They go to shift their position to better direct the spheres, but they cannot. Whatever is drawing the orrery together is holding them in place. They look at you, suddenly desperate, frantic. It's a trap. You go to speak, but Killer appears between the two of you, gliding through the gap. Navigator freezes, and you see them framed in the empty socket. You realize now, if Navigator cannot move, then it is only a matter of time before one of Killer's sweeps bring them directly through Navigator. And time is not a problem for a protocol that has been running for decades. You look desperately around for a solution, for a way to extract Navigator from the mainframe. Then you see it. 3 branches, the last 3, thin and spindly, feeding the mainframe a thin diet of power and data. Break these, and the mainframe collapses, once and for all, severing the connection, shattering the hardware. Whatever it takes, they must be broken. But they are encased in something, a glassy layer of protection. You'll need to unlock access before snapping them from the mainframe for good. You look at Navigator, trying to reassure them without speaking, and then you blink back to reality, their expression of fear and afterimage that slowly fades. You must act quickly. Oh good, another drive. So that's in the AE branch, 03. Doesn't act like we have a bunch of time, but we need 3 encrypted keys. We know where to get them. So we need 3 encrypted keys, and we can only get them in the cloud. So there's the mainframe branch. There's the descender car mainframe. If we go back there, just... Yeah, we've already done that. So all we can do back now is go back home and get some sleep. So many things to do. So many things to do. Everybody's in trouble. Everybody needs our help. I'm just one sleeper, for crying out loud. Do we want to get some food? We don't need food just yet. We're still going to lose some energy. And we'll probably only get 4 dice this time. We'll see what happens. We need to get some more keys. Some more encrypted keys, which means more time in the cloud. We've got 2 3s, which is good for the cloud, I believe. Let's go. Maybe we'll get lucky with one of our dice rolls and get... So there's only Yadigans. We know what we can do with the Yadigan, but what can we do with the Havenage data? Can we do anything with it anymore? Havenage agent. We can use a 3. Bypass. Didn't get any money for that. Extract data. Alright. We got some data. We got Havenage data, but what can we do? We can't do anything with the Havenage data. Nothing at all, man. So where are we going to get these encrypted keys? We can't go back into that. Maybe they're... Oh. 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 I just had an idea. But still, what are we going to do with all this Havenage data? Nobody wants it. Right? Hardin, Havenage leader. It's more than a... Alright, so this guy wants to talk to us now. Feng's Bay. It's been more than a few cycles since Feng confronted Hardin, and the silence has been noticeable. In your time with Feng, you haven't exactly found him to be reliable, but you did expect to hear the end of whatever plan he put into action. But if he won't come to you, you think as you approach the Havenage building, then it's time to come to him. After all, he did promise to fix your tracker, and you were getting nervous. As you approach the bay doors, you see them wide open, and light pouring out of the once dark room. Stacks of servers and terminals sit outside the bay, suddenly robbed of their mystery by the bright flood lamps. A figure in Havenage security fake steps out of the bay as you get closer, carrying a stack of hardware. Let's approach. As you get closer, you see the security officer taping up machines from Feng's stash with what looks like hazard tape. This isn't good. You again. Hardin is there, leaning beside the bay entrance so calmly that you barely notice him. He has a slate in his hand, an inventory of seizures scrawled across it. Predictable, further evidence of Feng's collusions. You see another security officer come out of the bay and take notice of you. Hardin? Hardin pushes away from the wall and comes closer. Don't worry, Sleeper. We have all the evidence we need. A confession won't be necessary. He gestures around at the stacks of hardware. Spying on fellow Havenage members, hoarding Solheim materials, an obsession with corporate data. It speaks for itself, does it not? That was his job. And what would you know about jobs, Sleeper? He looks up at the glass roof above and the stars beyond. We are the ones that provide the oxygen you are breathing, the light you are seeing, the systems you use every day to live out your cycles. This place was hard fought for, Sleeper. It took work, diplomacy, and strength to stop the Eye descending into chaos after Solheim collapsed, not blind conviction or self-interest. Feng isn't selfish. I know all about the background of our mutual friend, Sleeper. Don't you worry about that. His parents would be sickened by the damage he is trying to do to the institution they helped found. You see, Sleeper, we are proud of our history here. Andre Ellerlin and the First Union founded this place, and Havenage has welded his values into the station's very walls. We will never turn away the hard-working, the just, the true citizens of the Eye. Wonder if that's a dig at me. Havenage aren't a gang like Yadigan. We aren't pirates like half the spacers you'll meet in the hub, or esoterics like those Haifa radicals in the Greenway. We are the backbone of this place, proud and true. We named Erlin's Eye, Sleeper. This is our station. He meets your eye. So please take your false accusations elsewhere before I decide I need a confession after all. I'm gonna stay silent on this one. If you have any pride, you'll give up Feng the moment he contacts you. You know where to find me. With that, Hardin turns his back and walks back toward the security officers, ordering them to continue the clear-out. As they do, something catches your eye. Among one of the server stacks, a crumpled, hand-printed box of synthetic chewing gum. A penguin character grinning into the brightly colored card, and scrawled onto it a speech bubble reading, "Take me to Tambor." Take it. You carefully pocket the box, making sure no one is watching, and then turn away, just as another stack of servers is wheeled out of the bay. What have you done to Feng, and where the hell is Tambor? Alright, so now we've lost Feng. Anything new going on here? Dock C4, we've got Helion Crossing is not due back for a while. I think we actually missed them. What are we doing for her? We need to deliver a ship mine for her, that's right. Those guys won't be back for a while. The Overlook Bar. Port, Sabine. Oh, I know what I was going to do. I was going to go up top. Still waiting on Sabine. I was going to go back up top and see if the cloud... Yes! See? I'm smart. Not really, but I'm smart. Now I can hack these things up here. I knew the game wouldn't leave me blind. But what dice do I need to hack them? I need a 3 or a 4. I have both of them this time. So we use our 3, bypass it. Maybe we'll get lucky and get doubles. Nope, we got 1 that time. So we're going to leave that one. Probably disable the perk on us here. Need a 4 or a 6. Or a 3. So let's check the other one. You note here, need a 3 or a 5. Alright, so the game is going to be kind of mean to us. We need a 3 or a 6. Alright, so bypass. We got 5 cryo for that one that time. Maybe it'll give us 2 keys. Come on, baby. Nope. Just 2 keys. So we need to find one more. A glint like a light traveling along the edge of the waves fills your eye. Then the blade follows, a long head with 2 dead sockets, slipping towards you in silence. You freeze, hoping it will pass you by, hoping that it will not simply slice you like air. The blade head nears, slides past you. Almost. It nicks you, grazes you. You are desperate to cry out, to call out. But you hold your silence and simply watch the blind eyes of the killer glide past, empty of all thought. Then the blade winks into the dark, and you are alone again. Now you cry out. Alright, so we need to take care of this dude. We need a 3 or a 5. Hopefully we'll still get 4 on our next. I don't know what to do. This haven is... Alright, so let's go to... Where's someplace... Alright, so AE branch. Alright, that's the thing we need. Where's someplace I can go to get some money? Can't get money there. It was not here. There was no jobs up here. Oh yeah, there was the hub. I could do some jobs up here. Do I want to focus on these jobs or do I want to focus on... so none of this is going to give me any money. And money is something I'm going to be needing very soon. So I'm going to go back and go back to the shipyards, I guess. It's the best place to get money at the moment. I mean, doing this shift at the bar doesn't give me that much. If I go here and do this, we're going to get 15 cryo no matter what. What was this little bit? Oh, a Fing's gum box. Okay, so we got 15 cryo. And we got an extra bonus. An extra bonus 5 cryo. So now it's time to go to sleep again. We still only have 1 upgrade point. Jumping cats. There's so many drives. There's so many quests to get done. So many things to do. How will we ever finish this game? And I think there's an expansion too. Or maybe I'm playing the expansion, I just didn't even know it. Alright, so I'm starving. So now I have to buy food. I'm gonna go to I'm gonna go to Emphas and buy this food. Because this is the good stuff. Or I could have helped at. Okay, so we're good there. So we have a 4 and a 6. Did we need a 4 or a 5 for the last thing in the... Alright, let's go back to the hub. Check out the cloud. What did we need for this? We needed a 3 or a 5, which we don't have. So now we have to wait, because we don't have that perk yet where we can re-roll our dice, which would come in very handy at the moment. We're going to have to descend back to the rim. Deal with killer, which is what we're working on. Disable the tracker. We have to figure out where Tambor is. Let's see if we can track and see if that helps. See if there's anything about Tambor. Nothing there, nothing there. Let's go back to the low end. Towards the low end part of the thing and see if there's anything up here in the low end. Still Founder's Gap. As importer exporter. All this is what we got for the low end was down here. Lemon-Minas, Fingi. Anything else we can do in the low end? Continue working on low ender. And play Tavla, which doesn't really give us anything, but it can give us +2 low ender. Let's do that. Ba-boom. So I got us +2 low ender, and we got 3 cryo. Whoopity doo. So if we use our 4 here again, 50% positive, 50% neutral. We're just gonna have to go for it and finish this up. Come on, let's go. Let's go something good. Let's go positive. Let's go positive. Let's go positive. Darn it. So now we're gonna have to wait until tomorrow. Well, not tomorrow. I'm not gonna do that. Still okay on food. We have 1 dice we can use. What can we use a 1 on? What could we use a 1 on? Or we can save it for the next day. Can we use it in the sidereal? If we fail, I don't think anything bad happens if we fail here. Let's see what happens. Neutral outcome. Still 15 cryo, and alright, so we still got 15 cryo, but now it's time to go back to bed. How many dice are we gonna get this time? Are we gonna get enough dice? Are we gonna get the right dice? Some jobs we're just waiting on. I don't like these waiting on the jobs, especially when we have to deal with you-know-who this cycle, don't we? Alright, we still got 2 cycles for him. We got a 3 and a 6. I don't think that is what we needed for... I don't think it's what we needed. So how long are we gonna have to wait for this? Oh, we got a 3. Alright, here we go, baby. And we got some extra data for that. Alright, so I don't like leaving on cliffhangers, but we are at 30 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and end this cycle now, in this episode now, so that you have a reason to come back for the next one to see what happens when we go into the AE branch and free this dude. Hopefully free this dude. So thank you for watching, and I will see you very soon.